Alright, this is a Christmas Spirit tarot spread. This is the 5 card draw, not the 3 card draw as it was on December 1st. So, my hand's like in the flow. So, it's a bit different. It's more religious than the other reading was. Some people request more religious readings, but this is tarot reading, so it kind of is, but not in the oh I love Jesus way. It's more in the oh shit no type of way. So we'll see what happens. So your first card is going to be the North Star. So the North Star is what is keeping you going towards your destination. What is keeping you going on your thing? We have the moon in reverse. So there is, I guess, some truth. So even if every day seems to be a repetitive routine, do not be silenced or driven to desperation. An understanding person is always nearby. So I feel like you might be going through some things. You might be having a tough time of it. I think a lot of people are. Um, so I just feel like it's kind of a it's a battle between staying solvent and being insolvent. So it could be financial, it could be your job, your hours, your um, maybe your health's at risk. I'm getting like a bit of a sniffle, but there's something that is going to be touch and go for a long time. So you're probably going through a crisis. You're going through some type of crises that could end up either good news or bad news, depending on who you are. But I feel like there's a lot at play. So it's not just you in this; it's other people. Okay, and that's why the desperation thing might be more of a couples thing or a family thing than it is just you. So if that's the case, make sure that you're like around people that would support you. Some people won't. Like they'll just be like gossiping about it behind your back, like most people would. If they're not part of your circle, like some people just love to hear bad news and spread it. But be with a building team or like your soul tribe, some people that make you feel good or that would help you out in a moment's notice. Don't hang around with people that are, one of those people they love to be victims or they love to kind of make you out to be a asshole or something. You have to build your own medium and make sure you're with the right people. So, the next 3 cards, it's going to be the messengers or gifts that will aid you in your journey. We have the Knight of Swords. We have the 7 of Cups. We have the Sun. Okay, so the Knight of Swords in reverse is despite great leadership, it will transform your environment into one with gentle aura. So there might not be too many things happening. There might be very mundane things happening or very uneventful things happening. It's very hard because The Knight of Swords is the action card, so it's slowing down to like a dull roar. You might have to cut back on a lot of luxury items or things that you've grown accustomed to having all the time, or subscriptions, or basically just like day to day things that you might not be able to live without, or you've grown accustomed to getting as like a treat or surprise or something. Um, yeah, with me, I don't like Amazon. Me and Amazon do not get along because one of my neighbors is a Amazon representative, and I always get my packages broken or stolen. So I'm just like, it makes Amazon look bad, and it's not their fault. Um, so I, you know, it's it's time to cut back on a lot. I wouldn't use anything that's like just random stuff. I would use stuff that's like stuff you need. Usually it's probably seeds and stuff that I would splurge on. But yeah, because if it's produce, and it would go back into like your eating habits. But like frivolous items, I don't think would be a cause to spend money on at the moment. I feel like there's just going to be a shortage of a lot of things. Um, and I felt that way for a long time. I was sick for a couple days before I posted this. But yeah, you go into like cycles of where you get sick, famine, and then rebuild and flourish or thrive. So it's like the seasons really, but you're gonna have to rebuild, and that's basically what the Knight of Swords is saying. So you're gonna have to rebuild, and it's gonna be a slow process. We have the Seven of Cups in reverse. So life is good as long as you don't treat anyone poorly or become ignorant. Kindness and modesty are necessary during this time. So like I said before, you're gonna have to cut back on a lot of things, and you can't like be in anybody's face or like be envious of anybody, because people get triggered like really badly because of their own point of views and how they view certain things, certain issues. Um, so people are going to be a little on edge. I feel like a lot of people will be on edge, so it is what it is. And then we have the sun here. The sun, be careful about impatient actions. Remarks, your natural luck is a bit off timing wise. The cause seems to be an impromptu remark or for a whimsical action. Um, so, like, I flourish a lot when I talk. I used to be a drama nerd, a director. So, I do the Mickey Mouse point where it's the whole hand. And a lot of people see that as like offensive. So it could be a whimsical motion like that that triggers you. But I don't feel it's out of anger or anything. I just feel like maybe somebody's just aggravating you and you're not in the mood for it. So don't become a person who does nothing but over exaggerate. So I feel like you might over exaggerate a bit, but like some some Aquariuses, like they want attention for the wrong reasons, and it might not be to your benefit to seek out like a powwow bunch, I like to call it. With powwows, it's like everybody's involved. If you have a powwow bunch, you might want to make sure that you have the facts straight, because I feel like if you're against somebody or like you're making a big deal over something, you might actually get like the receipts put in your face, and it might not be to your benefit, because I feel like your adversary might be a little bit too too prepared for a battle. That could be tough. So just be just be aware. So there's a bit of an approach energy that I feel is necessary to mention. There is a tone of silent. There's the form of water and power and a move. Um, so there's a few things that are on the other side of like the whole situation. I don't feel like it's a good situation though. Even though the sun's here, the other cards don't really help the sun out in the reading. So I feel like it might be a bit of a problem. So number 5, we have the gift that you give someone else. We have the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles in reverse. Even if a small obstacle shows up, forget about it and don't get angry. Process can be made with a smile. So I feel like this is reminiscent about a particular event that happens, but I feel like it's more on the way of learning a lesson. I don't know what lesson you would possibly learn, but it seems more of like a petty thing, which is fine. But there's a lot of things that are in your immediate eye level of things, and I feel like you need to handle that first. So if anything goes down, you kind of had to be prepared for that. But I feel like your situation might be a little bit bigger than what this card reading is telling you. But I feel like it's a home issue, because the Four of Pentacles has to do with savings, and if you're giving that to somebody else, you're not really saving face. Okay, this is kind of like an after effect. This is kind of like what you learn in like grade school. Four of Cups in reverse would be more of like a standard adult feeling. With the Four of Pentacles in reverse, it's like you lost your pocket change. But I don't know. The sun being right side up with all these other ones, I feel like there is going to be a lot of pain. Okay, because the moon in reverse, the Knight of Swords in reverse, and the Seven of Cups in reverse, there's gonna be a lot of stuff hitting the fan. All right, and I can't stress that enough. I feel like it's self-inflicted, but it's also like you have to handle things right away, because if you don't, it's gonna pile up and pile up and pile up. Just look at it like how I'm looking at it. Okay, you have this one, the sun, and then this is the trash pile. Okay, this is like a dumpster fire. So you're going to have to go from the moon, which there is no secret. That's why the moon's upside down. The Knight has no action. And the Seven of Cups has no choice. So you have no secret, no action, no choice. You have to face the facts, okay? That's kind of what this whole thing's about. And I feel like it's gonna be a long time before you're solvent again, okay, if it's financial. In other cases, a lot of stuff would hit the fan, okay, and especially in a thing like this. There's also going to be, it's weird. There's also going to be a person that's going to come in, which is weird. I feel like it's a worker of like a legal team or something that's gonna like either handle your debts or try to like have you make payments. But it's gonna be like a debt correction thing. Um, because some states are required by law to at least help um, with organizing people's debt or something. I don't know what it is, but it works for a lot of people because some people don't know how to handle debt and money and all this. So they just talk to you about it and see what they can do to consolidate it into one payment or consolidate it into a few payments here and there. So if it's financial, that's what's going to happen. If it's emotional, you're probably going to have to see a therapist because it's going to get worse before it gets better. Um, if it's anything that has to do with immediate action, it's always going to be um, very draining. Okay, so make sure you hydrate, make sure you eat something, but it's gonna be a long time. Okay, so it's like the swords usually takes, I think, a month. You don't you don't have any wands here, so it's like wands usually take like a day. So just make sure that you have all the facts, you have all your stuff. If it's financial, you kind of have all your bills, you're ready to talk to somebody about it, and you're prepared. If you're unprepared, they won't take you seriously. Um, so hopefully that helps you out. I will see you in the next reading. Make sure you get this handled. I'm not sure what it is, but it's gonna get out of control very quickly. So make sure you handle it. I feel like if you handle it emotionally, you're not gonna feel torn if you're prepared. So anyway, I will see you in the next one. Take care of yourself, take care of everyone, and I'll see you here next time. All right. Bye.